Presently, there is a spiritual force here from a deceased friend. So I'm going to run the video camera and see if I can't pick up some signs of him here while I make jerky. I'm going to make some jerky today. From venison. I'm not a professional cameraman, so I'll give my bumbling here. Yeah, that's the living room. That's out the front window, which faces the forest. Okay, here's my kitchen. Center stage. That should get me. Alright. Let's turn on the light. Oh, we're going to grab the scale. I've got to grab the scale so I can weigh it.
Life was once life. Joy. Response. Politics is once life. Joy.
Okay, I got the scale. The old handy dandy bathroom scale. So we're going to use it.
So many things to do.
Okay, that zeroes out. Then we're going to change hats. Take off this kind of Davidson hat.
You could lose your mind.
Head it up. And straight up. For a Grateful Dead. So, I got it like that. So. Let's recycle some coffee grounds. It's a sin to throw this stuff in the trash. When you got a garden out there, you're expecting tomatoes from. So, do that. And while I got you, just so you know, again, for anybody who doesn't pay attention to me, speaking through this, there's a friend that's visiting here presently, feeling in my space. He died on 6/6/06. His name is Andrew. He's here right now, so I thought I would shoot this video and then just warm some screen. Now, I've got a problem solving thing. Somebody's got a fancy filter, these little funnel filters. These little funnel filters cost extra money. And they're the stupidest thing. I mean, you can use a napkin if you want, but the funnel filter is a little more expensive and it goes down in there. And they're not always foolproof. The sides always fall in. You end up with coffee grounds down inside your sneaker cup deal. And you can't sneak a cup because it's going all over hell. So, these really do suck. What I found, the regular coffee filters, basket style, are perfect. You put the basket, put the coffee in the filter here this way. So we're going to have 2, 3, 4. I always do 5 spoons. And I set the basket in the coffee pot. In there. I already ran water through it and cleared it out. Center your coffee in there, you pick it up just like you would a pastry, and you just set it down in there, just set it, and you gently let the weight of it work with you to tease it down into the funnel. tons of money. And you're not messing around with it any longer than you are the other filter. So it's not like you're doing any extra work. You Dutch people out there. So, start off with microwave cup. I'll run that pot later. Pot now. Yo ho ho, a bottle of rum. I had a bottle of tequila. I had a bottle of tequila that was 40 years old. And my sweetheart, pride and joy, sidekick, partner, buddy, dog, she used it to start the fire with. Which I guess, I don't know, if it worked, whatever. It's good use for some 40-year-old tequila with the worm in it. Oh, this stuff was nasty. Just doing me a favor, throwing it away before I poison myself with it. Got rice. Fried venison. I got 5 pounds there. £8. All right, we got 10 pounds of jerky. We got 10 pounds to work with. Okay. So, doing meat. I have some surgical blankets that they use in surgery when they lay a field out to do work. This one I already cut in half. I used half of it yesterday. I'm using half of it today. You can do this with regular old newspaper too. Anything works to provide an immediate barrier from blood. It helps control it and keeps it off of what you don't want it on. A little sugar in there. Okay, so beautiful. These plastic totes with 32 quart tote boxes. They're about this big. The lids that come on them make a great cutting board for meat. Most of this meat I've got cut roughly the size I want it, but some of it I got a little thick, so I want to cut it in strips and go from there. Okay, this has got to be cut up here. That might be some burgers, so let's work with what we got here there. That one back in there, that one back in there, that way they can stay cold. Speaking of staying cold, come on now, drink my, there it is. Mountain Dew. What kind of Mountain Dew does musicians drink? For me, Live Wire. Right. Okay. I'm gonna roll up our sleeves here a little bit. I got dishwater in the sink here with bleach in it already, which is a must-have. Because when you're processing meat in between eating things, you don't have to ask anybody for nothing because you come over, you wash a dish, your hands get clean, and you go on to what you were doing. That keeps all the wood stackers stacking wood like they're supposed to be, instead of watching you. Okay, let's pick Pick a knife. It's a nice one. That's a nice one. Let's get some better light. Okay. Here's my fillet knife. Just wanted to try that one. Oh, did that kid grab the knife I think she grabbed? Oh God, she better not have. Don't let anybody tell you different. Fillet knives are much more than just cutting up fish. I'll tell you that right now. So, we're going to stack it in this pan. Let's see which one of these knives is going to be the best one. Ooh, that one works pretty good. Cut them in strips. They're roughly, 3/8 of an inch round. Doesn't matter how carefully you lay them in the pan there. It's a judgment call. That can be. I'm going to cut it in half anyway. Ooh, good knife too. They're both excellent. Both sharp. So, we'll lay it all out here. I'll just lay it out and slice her up. This is half of the work. So you got to work smarter, not harder. Lay it out. Lay it out. Lay it out. And keep laying it out. Just like date, you put a little cologne on, you go to the office and try and get the mail lady to notice you. Just keep laying it out there. It's just like fishing, you gotta keep at it. Okay, so that's Spanish for cheese. Alright. Now, my body lies over the ocean. My body lies over the sea. Okay, that's a little bit big. We're going to go with the small one. Let's see how this one works. This is a big piece. I'm going to cut that one into 3. This is another big piece. Cut that one into 3. This one here, cut this one right in half. Don't get too crazy with the knife when you're cutting meat. I start to slash them like a madman, and it's not the best way to do it. Cut yourself, and then that makes an even bigger biohazard because they got blood in your jerky. So, what's that make you? Cannibal, I guess. Or is that only if you meant it? If it's accidental, it's okay. Oh. Are you talking? My dogs are talking right now. What are you saying, Cherokee? Huh? You gotta go out? You gotta go outside, go potty? Huh? Just a second. Just a second. Okay. You got them laid out. It's less work. And you don't have to cut it all the way through. It can be one big piece. Because a lot of times, what they do with jerky is they lay it out fat like this, and then they cut it. You cut it all the way except for right at the very end, and you hang it on a stick or a string in your smokehouse, and that's how you do that. Piece of cake. All right, looks like we got most of this stuff. Cut this one in half. Alright, so there's that. Just like that, see? how that eliminated all that back and forth, one at a time and shit. We ain't one at a time in it here. We're going out on the radio. We're mass communicating. That's a quote from Brother Rockdown, one of my favorite movies. Soggy bottom sons of bitches. So here we go. Next hack and slash gabba meat. By the way, this is a deer that I took from the state. You could say. Somebody hit it, left it lay there, right in the middle of the road. So I threw it in the truck. To me, that's about $400. I turned it all into burger. Figured you'd probably get 100 pounds of meat out of a 3-year-old deer. Minimum. So 100 pounds, $3.99 a pound. To me, that adds up to $400. I don't know about you. I don't know about you. Is there somebody here? Are you talking to my guests?
To try again.
You guys want to go outside? Don't tease me.
Giving it reason
Oh, I know what you want.
to try.
I know what you want. I'm so stupid! Huh. Here, here's a perfect little piece. I don't want all that bristle on there anyway. Tell you what, if you live out in the country and you are a survivalist or a homesteader or somehow other self-sufficiency minded, dog you want to have is the Akita. I've got an Akita Chow. What's a piece of meat? What's a piece of meat? Come here. Come here. How pretty? You get one because you're good and you're sitting like you're supposed to. That's good. This is Cherokee. This dog here will put deer on the table. She takes them down in seconds. Faster than a guy can rope a bull. Yeah, and that's a fact. I've seen it. Well, I didn't see it, but I had to kill the deer the rest of the way. My girl saw it, the kids saw it. Dog, we were going for a walk. Dog took off like a bolt of lightning. Same way I'd do it. If I was a dog. Oh, Cherokee. There's Cherokee. She's wild like an Indian. Coincidentally, and this Cherokee. That's probably what that thing is to me now. Okay. There's a batch chopped up. Okay, a couple more pieces here. Okay. I'm gonna put some water in this. And dump it down my utility sink. I don't care how meticulous you are or how careful you are, you're gonna get blood on stuff. So it's just routine to have that sink water going and wash your hands, wash a couple of dishes, small, golden. You gotta have bleach in it though. You gotta have bleach, about a quarter cup of bleach is plenty. Okay, so now I get the other bucket of meat out. We can get the chopping on this one. Just leave that right there. Ooh. Some of this I'm going to leave. It's your individual's preference. I mean, if you're making it to share with people, it only makes sense to make it smaller pieces, thinner pieces. But if you're storing it for your own self for food and to have in the backpack for quick protein when you're out on the trail, it doesn't matter how big you cut it, but you want to cut it thin enough to where it will cure and dry before it spoils, because it's too thick. There's too much moisture to get rid of too fast. So I like the 3/8 by 3/8 strips or 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch strips as far as when I'm cutting it to share with people. You know, plus a little goes a long way. You know, it really does when it comes to jerky. And I tell you what, if you're not making jerky, you're missing out on something. I'm telling you. They get 30 some bucks a pound for the stuff for a reason. And when it comes to being a person that likes the woods and the trails and fishing, you gotta love jerky and hardtack and water. Good old fashioned water. Remember back in the old days when everybody drank water? Keep telling the kids about that, they don't believe me. Oh man, I got this commercial that keeps ringing through my head. I hear the name Zoolily. They got this commercial about Zoolily.com. It sounds like a website for women with severe cases of vaginosis. Zoolily, like your lily smells like a zoo. Oh. They could have thought of a better name than that. I'm just saying. We'll see what happens. Look at what they tried to do with Starbucks. They said that the Starbucks symbol was some lady spreading her legs. How ridiculous can that be? I mean, maybe it was, but ignore it. Don't draw any attention to it, nobody will notice. You know how dumb people are, they don't hardly notice anything as it is. You gotta drag your attention across them. Drag your attention across them. So there's a somewhere else. And what, it's not taking advantage of some idiot who just killed a deer because he's driving too damn fast. They did file a police report. So I did him a favor by getting rid of the deer. You don't hit a deer and then you have police in the area and they're like, you didn't file a report on that. Somebody hit a deer, didn't report it. Duh, it's only a long matter of time before somebody sees that and starts asking the wrong questions to the wrong people. The next thing you know, frickin' cops are banging at your door. And everybody knows that nothing good happens when the cops are coming. Nothing good happens. See though. Oh, you'll see. What's up? Is that your watchdog bark? You let me know about something? Something I should know about? Another deer. She didn't get this deer. The deer she got, I already done ate a long time ago. As far as you know, it could just be a tall tail. So, I'm sure cops got better things to do than harass poor people. Poor people. My friend Paul Jensen taught me how to make jerky. And I never forgot it. And I'll tell you what, if you know how to make jerky and you have a social distortion, if you have, difficult for you to integrate because you're too inhibited, or embarrassed, or shy, or can't get out of your shell, if you know how to make some jerky, you have got instant comrades. I'm telling you. They got any sense anyway. If they don't share your jerky with them because it's a lot of work. A lot of work to share with people that you don't give a crap about. If I gotta pretend to smile when you're around, you're not getting any. You'll find something else to do. Because I will. I will. Now, we're getting to the part here where I'm going to teach you about what I use to make the curing agent, the brine. We call it what? Some people call it brine, some people call it cure. The brine is usually when we're talking about brine, it's fish, because they use a lot of people sell fish sometimes. Now look, that's shaping up to be quite a damn pile of meat there. And I'm still going. Still going here. Yeah. Take notes, PETA. This is how I ethically treat an animal that's been wrongly murdered. That's right. God put that creature, whatever you want to call it, something put that creature there. It's a resource for us, something to be appreciated. And I'll tell you what, to be honest with you, my kids and wife never get tired of seeing deer. Never tired of seeing it. Or the turkeys. Now the goose thing, the goose population, yeah, I can see that being a pain in the ass. Because geese, ducks are messy. We tried raising ducks, they're just messy. You really gotta have a pond. You can't do ducks without a pond. It just doesn't, it's not fair to ducks. Ducks like water, they have to have water, it's part of the natural environment. You can't give them a natural environment, then you shouldn't have the pond. And livestock. It's all livestock. Anything with a beating heart that's part of their property is livestock or pet. It's not a pet, it's livestock. People forgot about livestock because they got used to the store. And then when we get into spots where we're cramped for money, we don't know what to do because we lost our skills. You don't need money when you're a survivor. All you need is a good knife. Good knife, that's all you need. Good woman would be real helpful because it gets lonely being a survivor. This reminds me of that scene in the Jeremiah Johnson movie where he was cooking the rabbit up in the hills, and it was towards the end. And he asked the old man if he knew what month it was, because he learned that it's hard living up there in the mountains, in the snow-covered mountains. So you end up with what we got here. A bunch of people who just, they don't go to the mountains anymore because they're playing a video game. People don't even play music as much as they used to anymore. It's crazy. You hear everybody's quitting now, picking up steam. I love it. Alright, I think I'm down to the nitty gritty. Nitty gritty dirt bag. Okay, that's that batch. Looks like my pan's getting a little piled up. That's where we turn to bucket again. So now, put this in there. goes back in there. Okay, just a little bit more here to cut up. The last of the Mohicans right here. That there. Some of these are okay. You gotta inspect it. When you're making jerky, you gotta inspect it. You wanna make sure you trim all the fat off. Don't worry so much about the sinew, the skin, the silver skin. You're gonna chew the meat up. If that's in part of it, you know, that's part of it. I mean, sometimes you can cut it off nice and easy, especially if the meat has been aged well. It usually cuts right off like that. If it's been aged, the silver skin comes right off. So you can peel it off, or you can leave it on there. It doesn't really matter. You can just chew it up and spit it out if you don't want to eat it. I'm sure you're gonna eat it. You don't even know. You eat more tendons every time you eat hamburger. This is all the stuff you're eating, all the silver skin. So don't get scared of it all of a sudden, like people do over sex. It's a little too messy for me. I don't like it. You don't do that. Well, that's good. Glad you let me know that, because I had other things I needed to do anyway. Waste my time with you. So, my goal here, make this jerky and shoot this video on how to do it. And see if I end up with some ghost adventure evidence. Because my visitation deceased friend Danny. When he showed up here, he started playing with my radio. The radio started acting up. It can't act up because it's through the computer system. And a PA and everything. There's no way for any interruption of the stereo coming digitally like that. I mean, it's never done that. So anyway, when I asked, I thought first it was my great-grandpa. And then I asked again, and when I said asked if it was Danny, the electrical charge that I felt wash over my body, a wash of goosebumps, like when you get a little goosebump and it hits you. Well, it hit me, and then it comes back, and it stays there, but then it increases, and then it's there, and you can feel it holding you in your head, and all of a sudden you can feel it. The extreme of it is your very top of your head is standing up. And you can feel it from toe to head. You're this like electricity's all over yourself. It's amazing. It's an amazing feeling, and it's even more amazing to get the confirmation when it's happening. So. Yeah. This is the second time that I know of that I've been visited. And I'm excited about it. It excites me every time it happens. I wrote about it before, posted on my blog. Through Blogspot, Zachary Polk, Oral Fixations, ORALFXSHNZ, I think, or ORLFXASHNZ. Doesn't matter. I got a link on my Facebook page. Make sure you sign up to be a friend of Prospect Studio and the New Blue Society, where we sponsor a page called Someone Unlimited, which is where I'm going to be showcasing showcasing this jerky video, and hopefully I'll make a few new friends and some questions and answers. Maybe I can help some people out there with some situations they have that they're at a loss for. I'm a pretty good problem solver. Comes from being a carpenter and a farmer. Not really a farmer per se, but someone who somehow manages to survive using land to some extent beyond paying block land. All right, now that is a bucket of meat. I like to break it down into 2 buckets so that the weight is less on it. Divides it up. It helps I think it helps the solution get into the meat center of the ball of meat. And you want to agitate it every couple hours or so. Keep agitating it, stirring it around so everything gets evenly soaked. Easy now. What do you want? Now Cherokee knows to stay out of the kitchen, okay? You see why she's over there on the carpet? Because that's where I want you. I do not want little dogs on the linoleum. Come on. Over here. Over here. Sit. Sit right there. Sit. Good girl. Good girl. Stay. Stay there. That's you stay in the carpet area. I'm in here cooking. You stay out. No. Out. This is my dance floor. All right, now we're at the fun part. The fun part is where I mix up the solution. Now you can use anything really, sugar-wise or salt-wise. I like to mix it up in the bucket separate first. I like to use a particular kind of steak seasoning, marinade. The one I'm using today, I shouldn't tell you this. I shouldn't give him the advertisement because he's going to throw some steaks in there. But I use this Dale steak seasoning, over 50 years on the shelf. That's about how long it's been sitting on the shelf in the store because nobody uses this shit anymore. So you can usually get it on clearance, which is what I get it for, $1.50. There's a low sodium version too, but you're making jerky. It's got to be 25% sodium. Your solution has to be to have your shelf life and retard mold and prevent rancidity. You want to pull all the fat pieces off of it. Even if you scrape the fat off of it after you've jerked it, get the fat off of it because the fat won't keep. It will become rancid eventually. My jerky lasts in the cupboard over a year. I've already made a batch out of this once. So I got a half a bottle of this left. Half a bottle of that. rest we make up with soy sauce. Put it all in there. We got a pretty good bucket of meat here. Let's see what I weigh. It's an idea to get on the scale first. Hey, get on there. On the scale first, it says I'm 350 pounds. Okay, I got about 8 pounds of meat here. So, sodium, 38%. We're at 38% when we use the soy sauce, okay? That means you're 38% sodium there. This seasoning here is 51% sodium. Okay, so 51 with the increase of the 38%. 38% on the 51 would take it up pretty damn stout. So we know we got enough salt. What we don't have, brown sugar. We're gonna put some brown sugar in it. I don't usually measure it really. I just put it in there until I feel good. Oh yeah. I'm gonna pull the big lump and then drop everything else in there. Okay. All right, brown sugar. Now, if you don't have brown sugar, you can use white sugar and molasses. Put molasses in it. That is brown sugar. Don't let anybody tell you different. All right. This stuff I recycle. Put that over here in the laboratory there. So, sugar. Secret ingredient. Mexican hot sauce. Valentina salsa picante. Love this stuff. Put it on everything. It's better than Frank's, original, and all the other crap. So I put in a bunch of this. I do it till I feel good. You can quote me on that. Okay, that's probably good. Let's go with some where is it now? Where's my onion powder? Come on now. Where's my onion powder? Oh, come on, I just used it last night. Oh, it's over here. It's over here because Mama's making a crock pot over there with it. So, onion powder. Some that in there. Now, you got your choice. Vinegar. We got cider vinegar. We got white vinegar. White vinegar's got a more of a tangy that they use it in mayonnaise. don't mind using the white vinegar. I'll put some of that in there. Yeah, put some of this in there too. Now, let's throw this in the microwave for a minute. Let's see. 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Let's go ahead and put our meat in the refrigerator until that brine is ready. And you don't want to put your vinegar and all your seasonings away until you've tasted your concoction. And if you really are smart, oil. Put a little oil in your brine, because that will help it get it off of the cart. Have a little oil, just a slight oil film, and get it all off of the tray. Otherwise, when you make it, you got to pick it all up, or you got to spray it down with grease. It's best just to put a little bit of oil right in with the brine, whatever you call it. Cure. Oh, and pickle juice, okay? Pickle juice. All them bits of garlic and everything, that stuff's like magic. It's just like magic. You put that right in your brine. That's one of the things you start off with. Pickle juice, and you got tons of it every time. There's always a jar in the refrigerator with one lone pickle in it. Somebody felt guilty for gorging on the rest of them. They put it back in there. Well, you might as well put it back in there empty. Never did start my coffee. Never did sip my coffee. All right. Love this hot sauce. Want to make sure you wipe down your seasoning containers and anything that you touch. No matter how meticulous you are, trying to keep your hands clean. It just helps control it all. Handles, precisely. Okay. I think we're going to use a little cumin in there too. Better put some in there. Little cumin goes a long way now. It's like B.O. Okay. I've got my whisk. See if that brown sugar's melted back down again. You can use fruit juice. Same thing. It's got to be 25% solution. So if you use anything with a sugar base, the sugars have to be 25% except the salt. Give her the old try. Nice bit of warmth from that sauce. Very nice. A little of this in there. We'll see how this does. All right, I think we're golden there. Get our meat out. That's what she said. No, that's what she said. She hates having meat. Okay. Needs me another ice cream bucket. Looks like I get this one. She's okay. Now I got my brine made up in a round bucket. I want to use 2 buckets. Got the meat in a round bucket. I got a square bucket. It's hard to gauge half and half with 2 different receptacles, so it would make sense to me to put this in here first. Now, what we do, wash our hands again. And when you're done with the meat, it's a good idea to take a dish rag around, a little bleach water on it, and wipe down every knob, every cabinet knob, every fridge handle, every door knob, every light switch. Doesn't help clean up after yourself. Especially if you live with a bunch of people, you don't want to have the one person who's the breadwinner sick with diarrhea all the time because you can't control your blood all over the house. Oh, don't get me started. Get me started on that blood all over the house thing. Okay. We divide this up into half and half. Got the scale so I can pretty much tell. Okay. This one's got more in it. Alright, now what we're going to do is measure this out cup for cup so that I get half and half. Try to be diplomatic with the jerky. The same philosophy with dealing with jerks. And when you get down to the bottom, you might want to do a half cup at a time. Okay. There we go. Now, dig right on in there with your hand. Don't worry about your little patties. They'll wash off. Best rags in the world. They're so handy, hands are. Okay, so that one's good. This one. All right, so there we go. That's 2 buckets with jerk meat in it. Just special for jerks, I know. Alright, so now we're going to put that back in the fridge. Handles. little bit.
When you don't slow down. You go too fast.
Alright, where's the other? There it is. Alright. It's nice to be patient with oils and sugars and stuff because this stuff's expensive. And if you just care a little bit, you can get your money's worth out of it. If you care about your money anyway. Alright, now we're ready to stir it up again. So, stir this up, flatten her down, don't pack it, but flatten it down so it's laying in the pulp. And if you don't have enough fluid covering your meat, you could either take some out of the other bucket or you could just put a little bit of liquor on top of it. Which I'm going to just do just to show you that that's what you do. Put it all in there, but that's good enough. You could do anything. You can use any seasonings you want. If you like it garlic, make it garlic. If you like black corn, pepper, cracked corn, you can do that. You can do whatever you want. It's you can do any flavor you want, teriyaki, sweet and sour, I mean, it doesn't matter. Just get that stuff in the cupboard. Winter's coming back. You know it's gonna leave, but it's coming back. You don't want to get caught out in the winter with your pants down. All right. One more time. Let's put this meat in the fridge. Sauces away. Seasonings away. Soy sauce, cider. Alright, this was just a recycle. Okay, dishwater, 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 dishwater. Keep the cup out of this spoon so you don't drip over the floor and wet his sink. The last step in making jerky. See the beauty of that? How I just lifted it up, flipped it over, now I got a fresh surface to set this on. See how that worked? So if I was to go right to jerking, if that stuff had been cured long enough, if I was working with some stock yesterday and I just cut today's stock up to do tomorrow's jerky, so now today I would be taking out the batch that I had already soaked the night before. Because I'm doing it every day, chop, chop, see a green method. But you just use this plain, ordinary little dehydrator. You can buy these on TV for $20. This is actually two of them put together. My ex-wife, Minderella Zupke Mott, smashed it because she was mad. have the lid that I saved. I have a new one. It's finished quick, but I saved this as a trophy. That the serious bitch I had to battle with. It was like David and Goliath, biblical proportions, and this is my trophy. I love it. What a bitch. So anyway, I put the meat on there, scatter it around in each tray. Make sure there's a little bit of space in between each piece of meat so the air completely gets around it all. Let the stuff sit, shuffle the tracks around for a day or two, and boom, it's done. Jerky. That's about all that I can. That's about all I've got to say about that. So, hope you enjoyed this little session. It was fun. Maybe I'll hear from somebody out there. Peace, care, and hope all is well with you and yours.